I would ask all of you who watch this video to prayerfully consider the family. I'm starting to write and then read. Those of you who read or listen to my video, prayerfully think about the restoration of our families. So at this time, I'll just write the paper or read the paper that I wrote. And I'm brand new at the YouTube video arena, so bear with me as I kind of learn to be in front of the camera. So here I go. I'll begin reading my thoughts about the restoration of our families. I'm just a lay Catholic person and want to put my thoughts out there to have discussion. I intend to start a discussion that many clergy will not talk about from the pulpit. It is a dialogue on the importance of the traditional family and how it perfectly represents natural law and upholds natural order. My discourse will build on where the fall began in the garden and why. I will present what I know to be true by studying and participating in my faith for the last 52 years. I pondered why Adam was put in the garden first. God has imparted the reason to me through my faith and grace. I know He does everything for a reason. There's a good reason why He put Adam in the garden first. He created man to serve Him and in time to serve the woman who Adam would finally ask for. God tasked man with protection, provision, serving, and ultimately dying to ensure that the garden was a bountiful place for all life in the garden. Adam's work would prepare him to be able to properly care for this very special being called woman. Seeing nature, Adam eventually asked, and God gave him woman, who was made bone of his bones. His care for the garden extended to also care for the woman. This was natural and in order of God's plan. God instructed both Adam and Eve that they must not eat of the tree of knowledge. Adam seemed content, but Eve fell into temptation. The next big question was, why did Satan tempt Eve and not Adam? There must be a reason, and no less Satan's plan worked to cause Eve to not only indulge in the fruit from the tree of knowledge, but also used her female influence to cause Adam to break his promise to God. The next big question was, why did God seek out Adam, all the while God knew of the temptation by Satan to Eve? The simple explanation was that God made woman from man, and this made Adam responsible for the sin of both Adam and Eve. The story of the fall to sin in the garden keeps repeating itself even to this day, and every man will be called in judgment to account the huge mistake that Adam and all men continue to make today. However, today we have so many means to better understand the story of the garden, and there is really no excuse left for man other than the sin of outrageous disobedience. Men down through the ages, if obedient to God, would be able to recognize Adam's sin so that repentance and reparation could be sacrificed to God for healing. This is why men will be held to a more harsh judgment, as God demonstrated when He searched out Adam in the garden. God sought out Adam to admonish him for not loving him enough to be obedient and protect Eve from Satan and the sin he would thwart onto humanity. Gentlemen, we must become keenly aware of the story of Adam and Eve so that we can grow in obedience to God and help our families, communities, our state, our nation, and the world return back to God, our Father in heaven. So this is what I've wrote from a Catholic lay person, and it's what I know in my heart, and I ask that y'all like or leave comments to help me better understand my faith, but prayerfully consider what I've written today. Thank you for your time.